Caitlyn in 3D would be cool. She's interesting when you're not looking at her in 2D, because you expect her to just be flat and she just turns and that would be it. But no, no, she has a whole head. First time I met her, um, it was very confusing. I was downstairs from her apartment, and she came down, and I had never seen her in person before, and she doesn't actually look much like she does normally. I don't know how to explain that. She doesn't usually look like she does on this thing. And I didn't either. Because I had, at last time she had seen a video of me, I had this horrible spiked hair and a goatee for this movie. It was terrible. And I looked horrible in this movie. And that's when she last saw something of me, and I looked like this, and she looked like Caitlyn. And neither one of us recognized each other. And actually, there was I was downstairs, and for those of you who, if you ever get to know Caitlyn, when it's time for her to go somewhere, you need at least 40 minutes, because she's got to do the makeup, and I don't know what she does, but it takes a long ass time for her to do what she needs to do to go somewhere. So I was downstairs waiting, because she didn't want to invite me up or anything like that. I didn't know her that well at the time. And so I was down there, and this crying Asian woman comes running up to me, and she's not speaking English, and she's very upset, and I got the idea that she had a phone. And so Caitlyn comes downstairs, sees me hugging this random screaming Asian woman, who eventually walks away. And I found out that her phone was in a cab, and she wanted to use my phone to call the cab to see if she can get her phone back. And apparently this was devastating, that she lost her phone. So I let her use my phone. She gives the phone back, and then she goes off crying. And I turn, and I think I see Caitlyn, but I don't know. And apparently she's just seen me with the crying Asian woman. Caitlyn doesn't recognize me, and pretends to use her phone because she like looks at me and points and starts walking to me like, hey, and then kind of gets closer and doesn't think it's me, so she takes the phone and pretends like I don't know, she tried to be cool, or tried to do something to that effect. And but then eventually I just walked up to her and I was like, hey, how you doing? And then finally we went to go see a movie. I think was the first thing. We went to go to a premiere of a movie I had worked on. Well, not really worked on. I just kind of helped from afar, and it's really all his movie. No, she's not taller than me, but she's taller than you would think. She's not as little as, like, I mean, I'm saying like fat or anything like that, but she's just taller than, like, you know, when you see the videos, you imagine her to be like, you know, this big, and she like fits in a pocket. But, you know, she's actually, like, you know, a normal girl. And it's weird, because when you get these personas on movies and stuff like that, and you actually meet the person in person, it's very different.